السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، يقول سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الكريم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار ثم أما بعد. My dear respected brothers and sisters, lend me your hearts as I give you the story between the Shaykh and the king. As for the Shaykh, he was a very knowledgeable man, very knowledgeable yet very humble. The Shaykh was so humble that his home and his dwelling place was something very simple, very crude of a home. Although the Shaykh was very humble, he was a very well-respected Shaykh, very well-respected. The Shaykh was so respected that the king of his land actually made the effort to come down to his home and visit him. Typically, when you have the shuyukh and you have the kings, it's the shuyukh that go and visit the kings. However, this Shaykh, he was so respectable that the king of his land actually came down to visit him. So when the king came down with his royal empire and his people, and the Shaykh brought some of his students, they had their dinner, the king noticed his home and saw how crude it was. And the king said, "Ya Shaykh, a Shaykh like you don't deserve to be living in a home like this. Me and my royal empire, let me build you a mansion, let me build you a home." The Shaykh was a humble man, of course, he denied. However, the king was precise. He said, "Please, let me build you a home." And the king said, "You know what, I wanted to be very humble about it, but you don't need to build me a home. Me, myself, I'm already building a home of my own in that village over there in Salihiyah." And the king said, "Khalas, he's already building a home, that's it." So the king, they went home and students went home, but there was one student who was curious. One student stayed back and he asked the Shaykh, he said, "Ya Shaykh, we study every day together. We're with each other every day. You never mention a home that you're building. Which home, what home are you building, Ya Shaykh? And who would want to build a home in Salihiyah? That's far out from the city, Ya Shaykh. Why a home in Salihiyah? What home are you building?" The Shaykh said, "Oh my student, what do you know Salihiyah to be known for?" The student said, "This is why I'm asking you the question. Salihiyah is nothing. It's far from the city. Who would want to build a home there?" The Shaykh said, No. Think again. What is the village of Salihiyah known for?" The student said, "Ya Shaykh, wallahi, Salihiyah has nothing. The only time we go to Salihiyah is to drop the mate, drop the dead bodies at the graveyard, and we leave. Who would want to build a home there?" The Shaykh said, "Exactly. I myself am building a home in that graveyard of Salihiyah for my afterlife." Allahu Akbar. My dear respected brothers and sisters, for one to come up with a response like this in the spur of the moment, wallahi, this isn't an average person. This is somebody who is constantly thinking about his afterlife, one who truly understands that this life is temporary and the next life is his true dwelling place. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran about those who shall go on the day of judgment and receive their books on the right hand, He says, "Inni dhanantu anni mulaqin hisabiyah." Those people who will be the inhabitants of Jannah, those who receive their books on the right hand, those who will be ashab al-yameen, they were certain in this dunya that they shall receive an account, that they shall be brought back to the Lord. They knew that this dunya was temporary. They knew that this was just the transport and the true destinations in the afterlife. So my dear respected brothers and sisters, what is making us so blind of this reality? Wallahi, this paradigm of understanding that this dunya is temporary and in this next life, that is our true destination, this is what separates the non-Muslim from the Muslim, the one with iman from the one who has iman, the one who is a muttaqi from the one who is a jahil, is that we understand that this dunya is temporary and the next life is our true dwelling place, our true home. So what has caused me and you to be so blinded by this reality? Wallahi, I could bring a Muslim, I could bring a Christian, I could bring a Jew, a Hindu who believes in 1,000,000 gods, an atheist who believes in 0 gods. Wallahi, we couldn't even come together and agree whether there are 2 genders or 1,000,000 genders, whether the earth is round or whether the earth is flat. However, the one thing nobody can deny, all 8 billion humans on this earth and those who passed away and those to come, the one thing we can all agree on is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says it for us. Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. Every soul shall die. Nobody can escape it. Who can deny it? Who can say, I will not die tomorrow? Who can say, I shall never taste death? Look at those who said in the past, where are they now? So what has caused me and you to be so blind? Wallahi, that's going to be our home. The afterlife is going to be our home. That's going to be our resting place. My dear brothers and sisters, wallahi, we have to wake up. Today, if I were to bring myself, or I were to bring you a realtor, if I were to bring you an architect, and I say, this architect is going to build you a home. This architect is going to make you a home. He's going to furnish for you. The rugs will be matching to the couch, the walls, the curtains, everything will be beautiful. The washer set, the dryer set are completely matching. How happy will me and you get to go and furnish that home, to go shopping and make sure that home is beautiful? Who wouldn't be happy? Everybody would be happy to go ahead and do so. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises a home, when He promises a home, when He says, "Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut," we no longer want to furnish it. We no longer want to decorate it. Matter of fact, we want to neglect it. How? That realtor, that architect, he can't guarantee you nothing. Only a contract in a signed pen. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who tells us, وَكَانَ وَعْدَ اللَّهِ حَقًّا, and the promise of Allah is forever true. What has caused me and you to be so blind? Wallahi, there's only two scenarios. It's not a button we go press, we say, I want this, I want. No. There's only two scenarios after we are met with the angel of death. Only two scenarios. Ask yourself, which one do you want? Allah makes Himself very clear in the Quran when He tells us, for the unrighteous, for the one, when he would see the Athan, he would delay it. When it's time to wake up for Fajr, he's sleeping. The one, he wouldn't respect his parents. The one, he would be alligator hands when it's time to give sadaqah. He would be shy to give sadaqah. He would make travels to this place, that place, that place, but never one umrah went to his mind. Allah makes it very clear when He says, حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءَ أَحَدَهُمُ الْمَوْتِ قَالَ رَبِّ ارْجِعُونِ لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِيمَا تَرَكْتُ كَلَّا إِنَّهَا كَلِمَةٌ هُوَ قَائِلُهَا وَمِنْ وَرَائِهِمْ بَرْزَخٌ إِلَى يَوْمِ يُبْعَثُونَ. But no, when the angel of death comes to strike him, when the angel of death comes, our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ describes it as a nail or a hook in wool. He immediately says, Ya Allah, bring me back. Ya Allah, bring me back. He immediately cries, Rabbi rji'un, take me back to the dunya, لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا, so I could go do the righteous deeds. One more sadaqah, Ya Allah. One more, give me one more sajda, Ya Allah. One more umrah. كَلَّا إِنَّهَا كَلِمَةٌ هُوَ قَائِلُهَا. It's only a word you say. You had your time in the dunya. No more time for you, Ya akhi. It's a khas. You had your time to do what you're supposed to do, but you neglected it. Now it's time for you to sit in your dwelling place, in your new home that you neglected until the day you are resurrected. And then you will sit, you will see your place in the nar. Wa na'udhu billah. You will see your place in the nar, and you will sit there until the day of judgment. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us from this. But ya akhi, it's only two scenarios. Which one do you want? I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to never allow me and you and our loved ones to ever face this reality. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Dear respected brothers and sisters, wallah, alhamdulillah, we all have the biggest blessing right now. All of us here today, and those watching online, we have the biggest blessing to still be above the ground and not be there yet. We still have the ability to go and make a change in our lives, to go and make a change and stop the haram we're doing, to go and make a change, to be among those who shall receive the book in their hands. Wallahi, we have a home to build. Ya akhi, you don't get to choose what you want to build by a tongue. No, it's by your actions. It's not a button, it's not a check mark, I want this in my new home. La, it's by your actions, ya akhi. Ask yourself, are our actions showing that we want that home that is for Ashab al-Yameen? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it very clear for the righteous one, for the one who hears these khutbahs, the one who will hear these lectures and say, I will never want to be among those who say, Rabbi rji'un, when the angel of death. He says, I'm going to make it stop in my tracks and I'm going to start to do good. When it's time to give sadaqah, I'll be the first to do it. When it's time for the adhan, I'll be the first to do it. Allah makes it very clear when He says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ أَلَّا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. This is for the believers, those who would hear these khutbahs and say, I never want to be among those who say, Rabbi Rji'un. They stop in their tracks and they say, Ya Allah, you are my Rabb. And they don't say it by the tongues, they say it by the actions. By the actions, they say, Allah is my Rabb. And they stand firm on that. What happens when the angel of death comes to take their soul? Immediately for the believer or the disbeliever, there's that sudden feel of, what is this? It's an entity I've never seen. But the angels immediately say, La takhaf, don't fear. You're with good hands now. We're going to take care of you. We saw what you did on the dunya. We're here to take care of you, ya akhi. Don't fear. We give you the good news of Jannah. Ashab al-Yameen. Don't fear. We're here to take care of you. This is for those who would hear these khutbahs like this, lectures like this, and make a change. Those for the righteous, those who would say, Allah is my Lord by their tongue and by their actions, and they'll stay firm. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us all among those people, and to make everybody we love and all of our loved ones to be among these people. But ya akhi, we have to wake up. Wallahi, this is the reality. This is the reality of life. It's like we are all on a train station and we have a transit. The destination isn't here yet. Don't make this your home. Wallahi, this dunya isn't your home. This is just a temporary transit. The destination's over there in the akhirah, in salihiyah. That's where we have to go and build our homes. Don't let this be one of the khutbahs you go and you, no. Wallahi, man, 100 years ago, maybe 200 years ago, there was a man who gave a similar khutbah to me, like this, to his jama'ah. Where is he now? He's in his new home. Maybe 100 years from now, somebody will give a similar khutbah to this, and he will use me and you as example. He will say, where are those people? We will be in our homes from now. So Wallahi, we have to wake up. We have to wake up and make a change today. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who shall receive the books on our hands and say, Inni dhanantu anni mulaqin hisabiyah. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to never make us among those who are met with the angel of death so scary that we have never seen before. Rather, to make our angel of death an angel from Jannah, wearing silk, smelling good, beautiful, one who says, Allah takhafu. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect me and you and all of our loved ones from the adhab of the nar, adhab of the qabr. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. يا أيها الإنسان إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Dear respected brothers and sisters, wallahi, we have to. It's not about what you have done. It's not what you did yesterday, what you did 10 years ago. So what? That's in the past. Wallahi, it's what you do after this khutbah. Are you going to go back in your ways? Am I going to go back in my ways? No. Are we going to go back and continue what we do? No. We have to go out and make a change. It starts after this khutbah, when the Asr Adhan and the Maghrib Adhan comes. And after that will then determine your new home. Forget about what happened in the past. Wallahi, let's make the change now. Barakallahu feek wa jazakumullahu khair. Wa aqimu salah. Straighten the lines, fill in the gaps. Let's close the lines. Foot to foot, shoulder to shoulder. Fill in the gaps so the brothers in the back could come in, sisters as well. Make the lines tight.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله. استووا استووا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. فأما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه فيقول هاؤم اقرءوا كتابيه إني ظننت أني ملاق حسابيه فهو في عيشة راضية في جنة عالية قطوفها دانية كلوا واشربوا هنيئا بما أسلفتم في الأيام الخالية. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Asr was cracking up on our necks over there, but alhamdulillah, we made it. Inshallah, for those who want to pray Asr and Jummah, inshallah, we'll call the Adhan and Aqamah for Asr. Inshallah, we'll continue our sunnah